Governor Udom Emmanuel says his administration will work with notable socio-cultural organizations to actualize its development programs. State governments want Bank of Industry to be established in local government areas to assist micro, small and medium enterprises. Mbongo Kwarawai Bibio pledges to cooperate with University of Uyo in advocating and promoting the teaching of Bibio language in schools. Details of these and more in a moment. A beautiful morning to you. Welcome to KBC4 5 AM News. My name is Agnes Udo King. Governor Udom Emmanuel has said that his administration will work with socio-cultural groups in the state in the effort to engender more development to the people. The governor was speaking at a dinner organized by the Atenang to round off its 2016 annual general meeting held at Godswill Akpabio Hall, Ukanikodwen, in a Synodom local government area. Elijah Ida reports that the event, which featured inauguration of the Atenang International Executive Council, was attended by other socio-cultural groups in the state, including Mbongo Kwarawai Bibio and Fiwarik Anisundamoro. His story is read by Mercy Ekere.
Was sworn in as the new international president of Atenang, while Mr. Kufre Kanum took the oath of office on Deputy Vice President, Mrs. Udwa Olufemi, Vice President Diaspora, Eldane Kanakpan, Vice International President, Dr. Glory Yang, Secretary General, and Obawan Cecilia Ikingwit, Treasurer. Others sworn in were Obong Sentwin, Organizing Secretary, Mr. Mfoni Wook, PRO, Mr. Seme Sin, Assistant Secretary, Mr. Seme Udoka, Financial Secretary, Barrister Niedi Akpabio, Legal Advisor, Professor Maria Ikruk, Auditor 1, Dr. Anthony Umana, Provost, Engineer Nsika Rafia, Welfare Officer, Mr. Paul Udofia, Auditor 2, and Pastor Victor Edu was sworn in as PRO 2. Governor Udom Emmanuel, who was represented by his deputy, Mr. Moses Ekbo, commended the Atenang for working with the state government to actualize some of its programs. While commending the newly elected executive on the assumption of office, the governor acknowledged the show of solidarity and support to him by the group and advised it to continue to work in good faith for greater achievement of the state. Governor Emmanuel donated 2 million naira to the group in support of its people-oriented programs. In their remarks, the chairman, Board of Trustees of Atenang, Simon Mkpabio, and the chairman on the occasion, Engineer Samuel Inyang, congratulated the new and the outgone international executives for working to keep the confidence of the people and charged members to be united in love and cooperate with other socio-cultural groups in the state.
I mean, with that example also brought here through an orderly transition from one exco to another exco.
The new international president of Atenang, Right Honorable Udokiran, thanked members for finding him fit to lead them. He said that his tenure will uphold integrity, sustain good legacies of the outgone executive, and lift the group through people-oriented projects and programs. He called for cooperation from members and thanked Governor Udom Emmanuel for identifying with the group. He also acknowledged the group's grand patron, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and pledged their continuous support to the present administration.
I congratulate my team, the Deputy President, and all those I've been asked to work with for being found worthy to lead Atenang at this important moment.
Goodwill message was received from the international president of Mbongo Kwarawai Bibio, Akparawa Monday Trokban, on behalf of other socio-cultural groups in the state, while the event was spiced up with performances such as comedy, Utanang, Nkaima cultural display, and songs by Uyo chapter of the Atenang. High point of the ceremony, which offered the Atenang members opportunity to wine and dine, share the moments with other socio-cultural groups, was conferment of award by Atenang on Governor Udom Emmanuel on his victory at the Supreme Court. The Deputy Governor, Mr. Moses Ekpo, was presented with an Excellence Award. The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Barrister Onofio Luke, and the State Chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Obong Paul Ekpo, were also recognized at the occasion.
The Supreme Court has given reasons confirming Mr. Dumi Manuel as a validly elected governor of Akwa Ibom State under the platform of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Justice Chima Nweze, who adduced reasons for the confirmation, said the decisions of the lower court was a misjudgment based only on fact and not on the provision of the law, adding that the decision of the lower court based on guidelines of the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, and the use of card readers for election. Justice Nweze further added that the lower court denied the governor fair hearing. The apex court said evidence showed that Mr. Dumi Manuel won the highest lawful cast vote and that the lower court was wrong to have cancelled elections in 18 and subsequently the entire 31 local government areas of the state on the basis of non-compliance. On allegation of violence and irregularities during the election, Justice Nweze said Mr. Umana and the All Progressive People's Party, APC, failed to prove the allegations. Youth have been asked to be creative and innovative so as to contribute meaningfully to the development of the various communities. The Deputy Governor, Mr. Moses Ekpo, gave advice when he attended the Valentine Fiesta for the elderly organized by Comrade Mfono. Mr. Ekpo said that with such display of creativity and innovation, the society will be better for it. Patience John filed a story read by Patricia Udo.
The event tagged Love Nwantinti was to create opportunity during the Valentine season where the elderly in Utuabak Urban Ward 4 could be brought together and have a good time with one of their sons, Comrade Mfono Mo.
Ward 4, it is a market bono, nine bono, and I don't keep white by the uncle. Who's in a work exit? Who general round now go? The
organizer of the event, who is a councillorship hopeful in Abak Urban Ward 4, says that it was his desire to see the elderly women stay healthy and happy. Mr. Mfono says that this is the reason he ensured free medical services for them, as well as provide them with kerosene to cook. He intimated the Deputy Governor and the women of his desire to serve them as the councillor for the area when the time comes, and called for their prayers and support. The personal assistant to the governor on student matters, in his remarks, advised the women to pay greater attention to their personal hygiene, engage in regular medical checkup, love one another, and observe rest. And follow more. I exhibit to love one thing. I want that we should go beyond. What it is important to celebrate romantic love, the real essence is to celebrate sacrificial love. Apart from the free medical checkup and the free kerosene donated by Mfono Mo, some women who engaged in a dance competition were presented with wrappers by the Deputy Governor as well as cash.
Governor Dumi Manuel has appealed to the federal government to establish branches of Bank of Industry in strategic local government areas of the state to help provide efficient financial and technical assistance to micro, small and medium enterprises. The governor was speaking during the inauguration of the State Council on Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises by officials of Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria, SMEDEN, in Oyo. Livingstone Daniel was there.
noted that government agencies, which the Bank of Industry, BOI, is one are charged with the responsibility of providing medium and long-term finances by way of equity funding, loan and lease financing, guarantees, investment in corporate bonds, business development services, co-financing, working capital finance, and promotion of small-scale enterprises and industries projects. Represented by the Commissioner for Investment, Commerce and Industry, Barrister Emmanuel Naidem, Governor Emmanuel said that Akwa Ibom people are business-oriented, capable of nurturing any organization. He said that the absence of the Bank of Industry, BOI, to help play some critical roles has led to the death of various small and medium enterprises and prevent new ones from coming on board. Governor Udom Emmanuel appealed to the federal government to help establish Bank of Industry in the state so as to help Akwa Ibom people grow in business.
Opportunity to also invite the management of BOI, Bank of Industry, to consider setting up an office in a private sector. We must have an office of BOI because BOI is a driving force for economic development. We have taken records of what has happened in BOI, and we discovered that Akwa Ibom has been cheated over the years. That history must stop. That history must come to an end. We must take our due advantage of BOI, and the BOI must be ready to also avail Akwa State people, of their services.
On the inauguration of the State Council on Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Governor Udom Emmanuel said that his administration was committed to industrializing the state, stressing that industrialization is the engine of socio-economic development of any society. According to the governor, industry development provides goods and services for local consumption and for export, creates ample direct and indirect employment opportunities, generate wealth for all, reduce poverty among the populace, and promote local and international trade. The state chief executive emphasized that rapid industrialization has been and continue to be the main driver of income generation, and explained the resolve of his administration to place it in the front burner, while efforts are being made to attract more foreign direct investment, FDIs, into the state. He pledged government determination to develop and build the capacities of local investors using the micro, small and medium enterprises sector as a platform.
You have been said time and time again that small, medium scale enterprises are the building blocks. I don't know if you understand what it means. It means that we cannot go too far except we perfect the businesses in private hands. We cannot go too far except the private sector begin to get themselves coordinated, properly organized. And that there is no economy that can grow without an organized private sector. That is what they mean.
Livingston Daniel reporting.
The state's governor, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, has said that government will always motivate public servants who distinguish themselves in their service to the state. Mr. Emmanuel said these at the public presentation of the book, Golden Legacies of Pastor Nicholas Ekarika, written by Dr. Wana Joshua Udo, of Bureau of Political and Legislative Affairs, UYU. The governor was represented by the Commissioner for Environment and Mineral Resources, Dr. Nyabong Sen, says such motivation would support them for greater efficiency and achievement. The report.
The governor extolled the virtues of the subject of the book, Pastor Nicholas Ekarika, who is a permanent secretary, Budget Office, and described him as crucial element in the administration. Mr. Emmanuel celebrated Pastor Ekarika for his professional competence, which led to his appointment as the acting chairman of the State Internal Revenue Service, and advised other top civil servants to emulate him.
Let me use this opportunity on behalf of the government and the great people of Akwa Ibom State to congratulate the authors of this great and impactful book, The Golden Legacies of Pastor Nicholas Ekarika. Pastor Ekarika has been a key member of the Akwa Ibom project in his capacity as the permanent secretary budget.
The Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Barrister Onofio Luke, described Pastor Ekarika as rare and exemplary character who has risen from a humble beginning to a glorious height in the service. The speaker commended the pastor for remaining steadfast in his Christian belief despite the challenges of bureaucracy.
And I'm happy today that we are sitting down to celebrate him without a date in his record.
The chairman on the occasion, Professor Tony Odosen of the University of Calabar, said that he was proud of a permanent secretary whom he said was his junior in secondary school, and described him as a person of spiritual enlightenment. He recalled Pastor Karika's philanthropic gestures which have affected lives across the state. The book presenter, Saime Pabio, expressed his admiration for the book, which he described as inspirational compendium of those legacies of an icon. In his goodwill message, the immediate past governor of the state and Senate Minority Leader, Chief Gospel Pabio, represented by one of his aides, Mr. Joe Inedu, praised the author of the book, Dr. Mana Joshua Udo, for the work, and Pastor Karika for being a figure in the state. The special advisor to the governor on political and legislative affairs, Elder Nechetu, in his goodwill message, commended the author and described him as a dependable and hardworking person, and appreciated Pastor Karika for his telling qualities. In his response, the subject of the book, Pastor Nicholas Karika, thanked God for his grace, which he said has been his motivating force, and promised to continue to affect lives.
That I told God that in my life as a Christian, I was serving, and I'm serving the way the scriptures are serving.
Highlights of the book presentation was a review of the book by Professor Edith Basekong of the Niger Delta University, and exhortation by Professor Friday Sigalo of Rivers State University.
The Ona Tradition Rulers Council has congratulated Mr. Demi Manuel over his affirmation as Governor of Akwa Ibom State by the Supreme Court of Nigeria. The council has also assured the governor of its support and expressed gratitude to God for giving Mr. Demi Manuel the mandate through the massive votes by the Akwa Ibom people. The Ona Tradition Rulers Council, in a congratulatory message to the governor, said that the victory has confirmed the prophetic saying that though the truth be killed, buried, after 3 days the truth will resurrect. More news after the break.